How much can you directly attribute that the podcast that you've gone on that we've gotten you placed on have brought in for your business so far?
300K since December 7th, 300,000.
And it's January 16th.
January 16th, 2026.
That's crazy, man. All right, Cam, nice to have you here, man. Why don't you just share with people that are watching this a little bit about your business and what you do?
Yeah, real quick. Cam Dasani, Instagram is Profit with Cam. So you guys can put an Instagram to the name and the face. But basically, I run a trading consulting company, Trading Education. Basically, we teach people how to trade options on the US stock market, and we allow them to copy our trades at their own discretion.
When you first came to us to start working with us, tell us a little bit about what was going on with your business, where you were, the types of numbers, how you were getting leads. Tell us a little bit about the state of the business when you first came to us.
Yeah. So I was fully reliant on Instagram ads and they were working well. But I was always having issues with basically, let me put it this way. The trading industry, they on Meta, they regulate what you say and they don't update you on the new rules. So a lot of times my ads would get rejected. They would get shut down. Eventually in November, my ad account completely got disabled and I had no way to get new leads or new clients. I was doing 100K a month, 80 to 100K a month before that. So I knew I needed another channel to be able to really take my business to the next level. And that's why I was looking into podcast with you.
So with that being said, Cam, what was the thing that made you pull the trigger and decide to work with us?
I just knew that the podcast game is not something that I knew. So I had two options. I could either try to figure it out forever or use these softwares like Podpitch and pitch myself to random podcasts or whatever, and spend a lot of time and potentially losing money doing that. But I just know your reputation in the space and we know a lot of the same people and I know the people that you've worked with. And I'm like, okay, well, if they've worked with Devin and have had success, it doesn't make sense for me not to. And what ended up happening is when my ad account got fully disabled, we weren't able to get it back. We had to create a new ad account and none of that data was transferred over, obviously. So even today, it's January 16th, I still have not gotten good results from ads. So literally, bro, we can dive into the ins and outs, but you saved my entire business and now we're back doing $250,000 a month.
You said $250,000 a month.
I was doing 100 from ads, 80 to 100 from ads. Now I'm doing 250.
So tell me about that. What tangible effect have the podcasts that we got you placed on had for your business?
Yeah. So picking the right shows is the first thing. So when you offered me, hey, this was our package, right? You were like, hey, I want to get you on 12 targeted podcasts. What people need to understand is that there are going to be a few of those that are really going to blow you up quickly. And then the rest are going to be really good for content and just middle of funnel, people seeing who you are. And you can make ads from the clips that you're getting off of these podcasts and so on and so forth. But there's going to be a few of these guys that really blow you up. So Entrepreneur DNA with Justin Colby, Fresh and Fit. When I went on those, I had just an influx of leads just coming to my calendar. We actually offered a free trial to both of those podcasts, and which we don't do on ads because a lot of people just waste time on the trial. They don't take it seriously. But in this case, I was like, okay, these podcasts have audiences that really trust them. So I was like, let me show them what we do, how it works. They don't even finish the trial, Devin. They come in, it's a 14-day trial. Day 1, day 2, they're buying because they're looking at the results and they're like, no, we're ready. So hopefully that helps. I don't know. Yeah.
How much have these podcasts, how much can you directly attribute that the podcasts that you've gone on that we've gotten you placed on have brought in for your business so far?
300K since by the way, since December 7th, 300,000. December 7th. Yeah.
And it's January 16th.
January 16th, 2026. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Wow. I'm curious. And by the way, if you're watching this, no way, shape, or form do I expect you to get those results. Why? Because Cam, you actually listened to us and what we told you to do. You came to training, you allowed us to coach you, and you put the effort in, man. So you're a real testament of what's possible when someone follows the blueprint step by step by step. I'm curious, what have you noticed? Because Cam, someone's going to watch this and they're going to come into it with the expectation that they're going to make 300 grand. Not making that expectation because I don't even know if you're going to listen to what I tell you to do. So with that being said, what did you notice specifically about the difference of leads from paid advertising as compared to the podcast, the leads that you got from podcast?
So when I was scaling on Meta and going from like $50 a day on ads to 100 to eventually 300 a day, that's where I kind of got stuck. And when I say stuck, it's because they wouldn't let me spend more. But as I spent more, lead quality went down. And there was a lot more just like trust, and like it was a lot harder to build because they're like, oh yeah, I saw you on an ad, and they've watched my VSL, they've watched the videos, they've kind of seen my YouTube a little bit, but it's just a much lower close rate. Like I'll even tell you the numbers. I was closing 50% from ads, and that's because my marketing and sales is really good and we have a good product. But from Podcast Man, we're closing 90%. It's a joke. And it's because I'm in front of people that trust the person that is interviewing me.
So Cam, what do you say to that person that's watching this right now and they're like, I don't know if I should hire Devin. I'm a little skeptical. I'm on the fence. I probably, what do you say to that person?
So, okay, here's what you guys need to understand, right? Everything that you do in life is a two-way street. So if like I put my ego to the side when I came to work with Devin because I was like, I don't know this game. So I can pretend like, oh yeah, I've made 100K a month from ads and I'm good at marketing. I'm good at sales. I have a good service. I'm a good business owner. But Devin's playing the game at a different level than me. And he knows this space very, very specifically. So if you come in and you don't trust the process and you expect like to make 300K like I did, like also understand why like it's not a matter of just going on the right shows. You have to speak the right way on these shows. And Devin teaches you that. He teaches you how to package your offer in a way that's appealing to podcast viewers and how to speak in a way that makes sense for podcasts. Because the way I speak on ads, it's different, right? So you have to understand that coaching is a two-way street. You have to be patient. You have to play the process out, because realistically, now we're getting on bigger and bigger shows because I've done so well on certain shows at discounted rates, and that's going to continue to compound. So imagine a year from now, I guarantee you people are still going to be joining from podcasts that happened a long time ago.
For sure. 100%. Right. It's the multiplication effect, right? What's the work that we can do at just one time that continues to work for us forever? So Cam.
Let me add one more thing to that too. So a lot of people, they're like, for me, for example, when I was running ads, I was struggling. I was really good at making ads, like writing scripts and copywriting and making good ads. I had trouble with content, meaning like I was like, what do I talk about today organically? What do I put on my page? Devin solves that, because guys, when you start going on these podcasts, you have an unlimited amount of clips. So my editor just goes through the podcast, finds the good clips, and then he posts them for me. So like I'm literally like I'm putting out like 2-3 reels a day on Instagram spread out, and they're getting, bro, we just had a reel do 60,000 views. And I've never had anything like before podcast clips, bro. I never had anything do more than like 1,000 views. Like it just, I wasn't good at content. Why? Because I was thinking too hard about hooks and what to say and this. Devin will teach you that, and then it'll automatically happen because you're dropping so much game in podcasts that it's impossible to not get good clips.
Dude, I appreciate you, man. You've been a pleasure to work with. Thank you for showing up and doing your part as well. That means a ton to us and the team. And dude, thanks so much for sitting down and sharing all of this great stuff with us, man. Appreciate you. And I can't wait to continue to work with you to see the results that we continue to get together.
This is just the beginning. Let's keep going.
Cool, dude.